Hi, I'm Neil Winteregg and I'm a service consultant here at MGE. And today for MGE's Tip of the Week, I want to talk to you about first impressions in a dental office and how that relates to the patient and their overall view of the office. Now, most times when we talk about first impressions, we tend to think of how the office looks. When a patient walks in, what type of seats there are, the color of the walls, the scenery, the artistic design of an office, and what type of equipment we have. But the truth of the matter is the first impression is made even before a patient walks in the front door. And this is where I find a lot of offices don't actually put enough attention. For a person to first arrive into your office, they will have had to make an appointment and actually call the office. The first impression is actually made on that first phone call and how that phone call is treated. Recent statistics in the area of patient conversion is actually quite low in the terms of the number of people actually calling an office and arriving. Many different factors can introduce into this, but let's look at something. If I'm a new patient and I call and a receptionist answers the phone and places me on hold, and 2 minutes later I realize I'm still on hold, I'm probably going to hang up and go somewhere else. My first impression was not very good. Same thing for an office that picks up the phone and the person is flustered or annoyed. It's coming through their voice that they don't actually want the phone to ring or that I am bothersome or annoying to them in some way. Well, I'm probably not going to make an appointment and I'm going to go somewhere else. Or I call several times and all I get is a voicemail and nobody calls me back. These are actually negative first impressions of people who haven't even made it into your office. And it actually hurts not only your amount of new patients, but also word of mouth referrals because people have a bad experience. And when somebody says, hey, what dentist do you go to? Well, I tried going into this guy, but I wouldn't go to him. Go to this guy. Because it was easier to arrive, easier to get in. The person answered the phone and was smiling and interested in talking to them. If I call an office and I say, hey, I'd like to come in for an appointment, and the first thing I get is, well, what insurance do you have? And what type of PPO is it? And where do you work? It becomes not about me, but about my insurance and my overall care and whether or not I'm in pain, whether or not I need help, whether or not I'm new to the area. These things are pushed aside just for insurance facts. That also creates a negative first impression. The first impression is not just made when you walk through the front door. It's actually made on the first phone call. And this is an area that many offices totally ignore. So you need to actually review what does happen when a patient calls into my office. Doctor, you're in the back, you're working on patients. You probably don't actually know what's going on right now with phone calls that are coming into your office and how they're handled. If you have a person who is annoyed by the phone ringing, they don't want it to ring. They would rather it go to the voicemail. They would rather not talk to the patient. Then your new patient numbers are going to drop drastically. The next point of this first impression is when they do actually walk in, make sure that somebody is there to greet them with a smile on their face, shaking their hands. Hello, Mr. Jones, how are you doing today? Not the, oh, you're the new patient here, fill out these papers, we'll get with you in 10 minutes. That also creates an impression of I'm not important. So making the patient feel important and liked is actually one of the main factors of a first impression. People will come to you because you like them and you like communicating with them. And they will go somewhere else if they feel like they are bothersome or annoying by calling or troublesome for being there. So make sure that whoever answers the phone or greets patients wants to see them and is ready to take care of them. And that is my tip of the week. If you'd like to hear more tips of the week, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. Also, feel free to contact MGE at 1-800-640-1140 and talk to any of us here at MGE about the training that we offer and seminars that will actually help you create a positive first impression for your patients.